Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Did you think we were done with EIGRP? No, we're not. We still have the final topic on this list to cover, so we're gonna look at upgrade-cli in this video. So for that, let's go straight to the configuration guide or Cisco documentation. So I'm here in the IP routing EIGRP configuration guide. And the chapter is EIGRP Classic to named mode conversion. So there's actually a whole separate document for this. Let's take a look here. So very simple. This command will convert the configurations from classic mode to named mode. Also notice the next line here. If multiple classic mode configurations exist, you must use this command per EIGRP autonomous system number in classic mode. So if you have several EIGRP processes or multiple EIGRP autonomous systems, like in our scenario, we had router EIGRP 12, so let's say there's another one, router EIGRP 42, then you need to run this command for both autonomous systems. The next bullet point tells you that the console is locked until the conversion is complete. So you can't run any new commands until iOS has finished completing the conversion. And also note here that the conversion is a one-time activity. So you don't need to run this command multiple times. Once it's done, it's done. And another thing, it's also a one-way command and it only applies to classic mode, which makes sense because we're converting from classic mode to named mode, not vice versa. The second option is not even possible. You can't convert named mode configuration to classic mode configuration. And also see in the next bullet point, after the conversion, the running configuration on the device will show only named mode configurations. You will be unable to see any classic mode configurations. And the only way to revert to classic mode configurations is to reload the router without saving the running configuration to the startup configuration. And then finally here, after the command is run, the EIGRP neighbors will resync. So the EIGRP neighbor adjacency should flap. It should go down and then come back up. Let's scroll down, see if we have any more information here. Yes, there's some description about the classic to named mode conversion. So really here, the only difference between EIGRP classic mode and EIGRP named mode is how EIGRP is configured. So the whole motivation to switch from EIGRP classic mode to named mode is really simplified or more clear configuration. So you see here that in classic mode, the configuration is scattered across the router in different configuration modes. Like some configuration is under the EIGRP process and some configuration is under the interface. Just like we've seen in the last video when we configured the hello and hold timers, which are still configured on the routers, by the way, so we'll see that later on. So EIGRP named mode is the new way of configuring EIGRP. And here is actually a good explanation for that. So the configuration commands are entered in a hierarchical manner under the router mode. So that's really the big advantage of EIGRP named mode. Okay, let's just quickly go all the way to the end of the document, see what's here. Not much else. So let's actually go to the master command list. I have the command open here in another tab. So this is actually the full command. EIGRP upgrade-cli and then name. And if you look at the syntax description, the name is for the name of the EIGRP virtual instance. So if you remember in EIGRP named mode, you need to configure the instance name at the start. So let's try to do that. Let's go on R1. Let's wake it up. And actually, let me just show you the EIGRP configuration that we have here for now in classic mode. So let's do this, copy and paste it here. So very basic configuration under the EIGRP router process. And then let's copy the interface command or show run interface like that. So now you can see the hello, interval, and hold time commands here. But after we run the upgrade-cli command, it should look different. It should be similar to R2, so let's actually take a look at that as well. So we should see something like this. And since I have a Harry Potter style name here as the instance name, I'll just configure something similar on R1. So let's go to configuration mode. The upgrade-cli command should be under the EIGRP routing process. So we'll have to do router EIGRP 12. And now here let's run the question mark just to see the command here. Actually, it was EIGRP upgrade-cli, so it's gonna be here. There we go, upgrade-cli. So if I run it like this, it's not gonna work because it needs that instance name. So you see that error message, incomplete command. So instead, we'll do it like this and then some Harry Potter name, HORCRUX, for example. And then it asks for verification. So configuration will be converted from router EIGRP 12 to router EIGRP HORCRUX. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. Let's go. And the conversion was very fast because we didn't have much configuration here. I hope I spelled HORCRUX correctly, by the way. All right, let's see the running configuration now. Do we still have it here? Yes, we do. Now you see the configuration is in a new format and it looks similar to R2. And as mentioned, the EIGRP neighbors resynced as well. See the message here? Graceful restart. So that's it really. We didn't configure anything, we just changed the configuration format. So now after this point, we can't go back to classic mode unless I would reload the router without saving this new configuration. Okay, I got a little lost there. I wanted to show you something. So let me try again. Let's go to configuration mode first. Now I can actually run another EIGRP process here in classic mode. So let's do router EIGRP 42, for example. And then let's do the same network command. So 192.168.255.0, like that. Now, if you remember, the upgrade-cli command had to be done separately for different EIGRP autonomous systems. So we can still run that command here and change this to name mode also. But if we look at the running configuration first, so let's do show, run, and then section, router EIGRP. So you see we have two different EIGRP configurations here. This one that I just added and then the one that we had previously. Now if we want to change them both to name mode, let's run that command again. EIGRP upgrade-cli. And actually let's try here if it goes under the same EIGRP instance name but just as a different autonomous system number. Let's try that first. Okay, it doesn't accept that because the name already exists. All right, then we'll do another one. Let's say Hagrid. Oh, it actually threw us out of the EIGRP configuration mode. Wow, this is difficult. So let's try again. Router EIGRP 42. And now we should be good to go. There we go. So if we take this command, we should have 2 named modes here. And actually I forgot to exit from the configuration mode. So now we have 2 different EIGRP instances and 2 different autonomous system numbers. Still in the world of Harry Potter. So anyway, that's how you convert EIGRP configuration from classic mode to named mode using the upgrade-cli command. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.